Chris here, Big Red. Welcome to a Journey of Personal Growth podcast. I'm so pleased you've decided to join me for episode 3, Discovering Happiness and Success. Don't forget, you can find this content and more on BigRedSays.com. And please leave a review on iTunes. That is super important, or wherever you're listening. I love that. You can email me at chris@BigRedSays.com. I really hope you enjoy today's episode. This episode is all about diving into success and happiness and what it means to everybody. Everyone has their own definition of what success and happiness means to them. And to be honest, one thing this experience, kind of doing the research into the episode, has taught me is more people don't know the answer than do know. And if they do know the answer, they're fearful to express it. Because if they express it and they realize it, they have this accountability to themselves now. So it's been a very interesting experience doing the research into the whole idea or concept of trying to get people to realize what makes them happy, realize what success means to them. It's been like pulling teeth, trying to get this content from people, and I find it very interesting. And I thought, kind of coming into this would be very easy and straightforward, but it's become a whole thing. I've gotten a lot of amazing answers. They're all very different, but I've gotten more people that were very unsure and just really uncomfortable with the question. So leading up to this episode, my ask from my listeners or my audience was, send me a voice recording of what makes you happy. What is your definition of success? And I did get a few, and I'm going to share them with you today. And I did get a few emails as well, and I'll just read those back. I think you'll find it very interesting, the contrast of answers. This episode, the whole concept behind it was for me to reach out to my audience and get feedback. What defines success and happiness to you? This could have been an email or voice recording, and today I will be sharing their answers with you. So I'll start off by sharing my thoughts on success and happiness, and from there I'll share the submissions. So for me personally, happiness is first and success is second. So happiness leads to success. And the way I find my happiness is through education and creation. When I'm continuing to learn through books and podcasts, I feel happy. I feel like I'm making progress, like I'm building on something. And the more happy I'm feeling, the more I'm creating, that actually leads to my success. So they depend on each other. So for me, I absolutely have to be happy in order to be successful. That might not be the same for everybody, but this whole thing is very personal. I'm going to read you 2 submissions that I received through Reddit. The first one: being physically healthy/fit, having a disciplined, focused, and reading habits, being around people that love and care about me. Second one: success is having the bills paid and money in the bank. Happiness is not having to do anything you don't want to do. So both these answers are very different, and I find it so interesting to me. The first answer, his focus is being physically fit and being disciplined. This is very similar to me. He receives that feeling of success and happiness through his discipline, through his growth. So that's what makes him happy truly, is growth. And the second one is very extrinsic, so it's almost exterior things. And this is a little bit more of a dangerous way, but it's a path, it's a way. So for him, he mentions bills paid and money in the bank, and also doing things on his own watch. So this is like the entrepreneurial type person. So he finds success and happiness through building and creating and receiving that financial reward. And I think the major danger with the extrinsic type of motivation is once you have that success, your bills are paid, you have money in the bank, you're working on your own clock, like, how are you challenging yourself now? You've accomplished what your definition is. And if you don't evolve and change that, you're going to find yourself in a very scary situation. And I think this is why the headlines that you see of these rich and famous people doing horrible things is because their definition didn't evolve. I'm sure there's a million other reasons. Obviously, I don't know these people or their stories or their backgrounds or their situation, but I do know if you don't change or your definitions and goals don't evolve with you, you're going to find yourself in a very dark place. Thank you. That was from Reddit. Now we're going to move on to the voice clips that were submitted.
Success means to me following your passion, listening to your heart, and just overall living your life every day doing what you love.
How you guys doing? Here, Millionaire Colt. I was asked to join the podcast from BigRedSays on a view of what I see as happiness and success. Success to me really is nothing. That's something that will come as long as you're happy. If you're happy in doing what you love, then you will progress, and later you will find the success that you're seeking for. So success to me is an accessory to happiness. If you're happy, then success will come. Thank you, guys.
What defines success and happiness? Success is setting goals and working towards them. You are bound to run into failure on the way, but the success comes from being persistent and continuing to learn and grow. It isn't just about reaching your goals, it's your journey towards them. And the happiest people seem to be those who take responsibility for their own happiness, not relying on outside factors. It comes from within. That cliche is accurate. I honestly think it's as simple as that.
So the goal for today's episode was simply to get these responses out there, to get you thinking. I'll follow up in an episode down the road where we kind of dive into exactly what they mean. So I'm super thrilled that you were able to listen this far. I hope you took something out of it. Remember, all this content you can find on BigRedSays.com. My Twitter handle is ThinkGrowRiches. Please recommend me on iTunes. That's super, super helpful, and I really appreciate you listening. You can email me at chris@BigRedSays.com. I really hope to hear from you, and I'll see you next week.